Over the past few centuries, there have been many heroes and heroines, like George Foreman, Mariah Carey, and Dan Marino. People who have shaped the nation today as we know it, pretty much like superheroes, but with mortal power. During all this greatness, there was a little guy who wasn't a superhero, but he was definitely a hero and definitely super. This little guy has gone unnoticed until now. He has been noted in history as early as the Stone Age when he was more sought after than fire or the ability to speak. Actually, he came up with the idea for fire and speaking, and both at the same time for creatures like dragons and Rosie O'Donnell. Who is this, you ask? No, it's not George Hamilton. This is a story of Purple Duck. He was there when our forefathers signed the Declaration of Independence. He was there when Al Gore invented the internet, and he was there when they made the first All Your Base Are Belong to Us video. But these are just a few of his accomplishments. These are like a grain of dirt sand on an accomplishments beach. This is the story of one of history's greats. This is the story of Operation Purple Duck. Purple was born in an egg in a nest, one of 5 eggs, to Ferdinand and Therese Ducky. He was born slightly different from the rest of his siblings because of his unique squeak, and from an early age showed signs of incredible cooking skills, and he was the best duck in the pond when it came to Lucky Ducks. You know that game where you pick a duck and win a coupon or root beer or something? Basically, it's Ducky Bingo. Anyway, in elementary school, Purple was picked on because of his squeak, and this led to a troubled adolescence full of duck hunt and anime.
So, what was your first impression of Purple?
Well, I saw him naturally, and I went up to Purple, and I said, "You, my friend, are purple. You're a purple duck." And he looked back at me. We made eye contact, and he said, "Well, you are good looking and should be my PR man." So that's pretty much how we met.
So, how would you describe your relationship with him?
Relationship with him. We're tight. Purple and I, we're tight.
Like how tight?
Like, have you ever tried to shove about 35 marbles in your mouth?
No.
And I'm not talking like the normal marbles. I mean like shooters. 35 of them.
One day, while Purple was making the greatest cinnamon toast ever made, Pat Sajak was wandering the woods near his nest in search of a sidekick. Purple followed Mr. Sajak out of his nest, never to return again. He was in search of a better life as a professional letter turner.
So, how would you compare Purple to some of the other ducks you know?
Oh, some of the other ducks I know. I know so many. Well, of course, there's Donald. Everybody knows him. And his cousins, Huey and Louie. And then there's Darkwing. And all those mighty ducks. They're awesome. And Ducky from Land Before Time. Wait a minute. She's not a duck? Sorry. Can we start over?
So, what is he like compared to them?
Well, I mean, the other ducks are just kind of lame. And I don't mean like literally lame, like if you stepped on a landmine or something, but I mean lame like the Oregon ducks. Lame. And kind of like David Hasselhoff. Yeah, for sure.
Purple, without a nest to call his own, took a job as a letter turner. Soon after, Purple was replaced by Vanna White because he didn't have the right skills, like computer hacking skills, bow hunting skills, nunchuck skills. This didn't set Purple back, though. No. Although he was down on his luck, Purple was a fighter. A cage fighter, actually. This didn't work out either because of a small beak injury sustained by a crazed fan who had too much popcorn during the final round of the 1982 Rumble Bumble. After months of rehab, Purple decided to try his hand at music, film, and TV. acting in many major motion pictures, but for some reason his name never appeared in the credits. It was like he was never there at all, like an invisiduck, the kind that are completely transparent, not just halfway. This was almost as bad as the day that he was taken off of Liza Minnelli's top 8 on MySpace.
So, you work with the duck?
Well, who didn't work with Purple?
I didn't.
Well, you should have.
So who else around here worked with him?
Why don't I tell you who didn't work with him? That would be a much shorter list.
Can you just tell me about the duck?
Well, let's see. He was uplifting, energetic, just fun to be around. Had a cute little squeak. Almost as cute as my cat's. Yeah. So let me just tell you about it.
I don't think we have.
Yeah, let me just tell you. This right here is Buster, and he is my doll baby kitty. Yes, he is. And this right here is Spaz. That is a championship breed right there. Yeah. And I can't even tell you how many photographers we had to go through before we got that shot. Yep, this is Boots, Boots, named after the presidential cat. And this little guy right there, that's Buster. Yeah, Buster, too. Oh, allergic to cats.
Purple quit the film industry just after a few years because he realized he could never be as great as William Shatner, so he decided to waddle back to the nest he once called his home. In case you're wondering, nest plus home equals gnome, but it's not spelled like the good kind. When Purple finally got home, there was a superhighway built on top of his nest. Purple was as sad as a dolphin without a master, kinda like a unicorn that had lost his corn. He waddled down the road with his head in his wings and passed by FT Tech when a kind man saw him and asked him, "Where are you headed, tiny purple duck? Do you need a place to stay?" Naturally, Purple didn't respond because he was a duck, and ducks don't talk. But just because ducks don't talk doesn't mean they aren't listening. Purple followed the man back to his office where he rested comfortably on a bed of stick-it notes. The next day, he decided to venture out of his office where he started helping out students in class.
Crying feels okay.
So, how long has Purple been with you guys now?
Purple's been with us, what, couple years now?
Yes!
Yeah. He was just so purple.
Yes! So, like, what do you guys remember most about Purple? Anybody?
Well, he basically changed my life. Yeah.
Purple eventually became so popular, he basically rocked so much that FT adopted him as the official mascot. Like if FT Tech had a MySpace, he would have been in the top 8 for sure. Purple dedicated himself to education and has been at FT Tech ever since. Purple says he no longer feels like an invisiduck, but instead he feels like a visiduck. And that's the best feeling any duck could ask for. Well, next to the amazing mirror shots he so just posted on his MySpace. The end.
Hey, ever wanted to win an iPod Shuffle? Well, now you can. With Francis Tuttle's Where Can You Take Purple Duck contest. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to want to get a duck, a purple duck. Don't have a duck? Well, you can go to francistuttle.com/ducky. You're going to take your amazing purple duck. You're going to want to grab a camera. You're going to go somewhere funny, random, doesn't matter. Take a picture. Then you're going to go to do it. francistuttle.com/upload. And send us your photo. Only one entry per person, please. But believe it or not, we're doing amazing for not looking. So, grab your duck, take your picture, win an iPod. Do it. That was a really stupid way to end this.